guys, welcome back to my channel, Arthi's Life, featuring my husband Arul.
Hey guys.
This is a part 2 of the DIY Halloween project me and my husband are working on. In the previous video, you saw how the skirt was done with a deck of cards. In this vlog, we're going to be focusing on my top and Arul's top and bottom as well. His top is going to be
a deck of cards on my t-shirt, and the bottom is going to be poker chips, chip by chip, and we're going to use the leftovers from what we didn't use on hers. Obviously not the red ones.
Yeah, we're more focusing, the red is going to be more on my top, and the other colors from the chip, the set we got, is going to be for most of it on his pants, and the top is going to be the t-shirt with the cards. And we're also going to be working on my top as well in this vlog. You guys see the progress, what we did and what the mistakes we did, and all the pros and cons as well.
Yeah, hopefully it turns out to be how we expected it, envisioned it. Again, we don't have high expectation for this because this is again our first time trying this. Hopefully you guys join our journey together and see what mistakes we made, and comment below if you guys did anything like this.
And let us know like what your thoughts we could have done better just to improve ourselves with the mistakes we did, or like any tips.
Yes, I think hers will be a lot better than mine. Just a heads up. Don't have any high expectation for my outfit.
Yeah, that's about it, and let's get into the vlog. Okay, go.
So guys, this is the pants. You wanna hold on to it? It's quite heavy. There's a lot of chips that these are kind of like the leftover chips from the poker set. Again, we didn't spend a lot of time, so obviously it doesn't look the greatest, but it's something to go along with her outfit.
So we started off with the greens on top because less green, and then we went to with white at the second, and the bottom was like the black chips that we had. We didn't have a lot, so we kind of wanted to be like the kind of coming out of it. I know, just the kind of spreading out, and we did the same at the back. Some of the, again, because of the glue gun, some of them are coming out. We need to be gluing back in. It didn't take that. I might
be losing some chips while I'm walking, so this is gonna be a little hilarious. So,
but it is quite heavy. Like I never realized chips can be really heavy. This is it. So this is just a simple. We were gonna do shorts, but then we're like, no, it might look funny. Let's just make it into a pant. This is a pants he already had.
Actually, the idea was that we were going to keep going down, all the way down as far as we can, and then cut it off to make a short. But obviously, that's not what it turned out to be, because we're like, you know what, let's just continue as a t-shirt, and I think the top hopefully will turn out nice. I'm still currently working on it. We're just doing finishing touches on it.
So this is the pants for a roll.
Yeah.
The pants we already had, it was like faded out, and we were gonna throw it out or like just donate it, but we just thought we'll just use it. So just we didn't spend extra we didn't buy extra poker chips for this pant. We just used whatever was left, all the colors that was other than the red, we used all. We didn't want to put red because my top is going to be red. We didn't want to put that in, so we we
wanted to use the red mainly for hers, and this was just the leftovers. And again, this is all the poker chips that came with it. That's around 200 whites, 50 blacks, and then 100 greens, I believe.
And then 150 whites. 200 whites, sorry, that was it.
200 whites, 150.
If you really wanted to, if you guys wanted to do a full pant, you can just do that. Again, this is already heavy itself, so it's going to be really heavy. And also when he was putting it on, I think some of the chips, when he was trying it on to see, some of them just came off. So we're going to be hot gluing it a little bit out there.
You can see some of them are actually like peeling off.
So we're going to be hot gluing it just like a little bit after. So.
Yeah. Hey guys, so this is the t-shirt that we're using for my top. Again, we're using a deck of cards, chips at the bottom. We started off with staples at the top, and what the funny thing is, when we laid it down, had all the staples, it's an actual flat t-shirt with the staples, so when you put it on, all of these staples were actually falling off, and they weren't sticking together, and it looked like really bad. And
when we did the staples, it was kind of poofy, and
that's because we stapled the top, and then in between we just stapled the cards, and then at the bottom we stapled again, so obviously created this balloon kind of like thing.
Balloony look. Then we removed all of that. Then what we decided to do is like,
actually showed we might have the actual t-shirt, and instead we actually went, it's not any better, like it's not a lot better, but it is better than what she's about to bring.
So
we went super glue.
This is a staple part we did. It looks nice, you know, like it looks perfectly, but when we were to, sorry, when he was to put it on, it looks perfectly fine.
It looked like this.
It looked like this.
Which was pretty funny.
Yeah, if we wanted to, we can just have this and staple it, but again, it wouldn't give that little, it'll be still poofy, it was hard to staple. Then we decided
also, when you guys do have these staples, there's staple marks that can tend to scratch you when you're taking it off and putting it back. So we instead went with hot glue gun for this as well. We're not done yet. We're gonna keep going. As you can see, some of them are sticking out, so we're gonna probably just tighten that. And I'm also wearing it while she's doing it. The reason for that is because if it's down on the ground, I feel like we'll tend to get this flat.
And it will be like more like ripping up, and will be gaps in between. That's
and this is more like a true shape, just like how we did it with the mannequin. But I don't want to use the mannequin because it's a female mannequin for obvious reasons. And then I want to just put it on myself, and her to use the hot glue gun, put it on the card back, and then give it to me and play it on. Obviously, we're dealing with hot glue, and we don't want to deal with it direct on my skin. So what we're using is a tray that basically, how that works is she's actually going to grab it. I would have this t-shirt on.
And then it's just like a plastic tray, or not plastic, it's like a little bit, you know, the vanities do have it. I just had it randomly, so like the perfume holder or something like that. So this is what it is. And then so he'll be holding it, so I would have the hot glue gun and he'll just stick it on. So it's like a teamwork.
Yeah, so it doesn't go to my skin and burn me, because again, we're dealing with hot glue.
So that's it. So far
we're thinking of doing only the front, right? I don't know if we'll get to the back. We'll see. We are running out of hot glue sticks, sorry, and also running out of time. So we want to get this done for
because again, we thought this was it, and then we didn't realize we wanted to get the pictures by Halloween so we can submit for the contest, for my work and his work as well. Again, I was going to use it for the back, and he thought, you know, it'll might just kill the whole look. We'll just do the front and not do the back, and you know, even we'll just focus on the more, so we'll have a more shaper for the front.
Yeah, and again, this is going to be a 10 times better than mine, so we're not focusing on me. We're more focused.
We were like, I was gonna do mine, then we thought we'll do a couple, like, you know, because we do have the cards and chips, so that was it. And we'll show you guys the final product.
Hey guys, so this is my outfit. It doesn't look as great as how I imagined it to be. The pocket chips especially, they are kind of falling off. They're not sticking on properly as how I imagined it. Also the t-shirt, I actually like it. Using the hot glue for the tee with the cards was a really good idea. Before, the staple wasn't the greatest, but at least the t-shirt turned out right. The pants, not so much. As you can see, we did run out of pocket chips, so we used as much as we can from the top, and then kind of like shred it downwards to the black. Let us know how you guys, what you guys think of it. I think it looks funny. I will never ever go out looking like this. So this is something that, you know, quarantine kind of like moment. We're trying out new things, and make sure you check out my wife, who's coming up next. So we actually finished it.
Really excited. We'll show you guys how the top looks. You've already seen that at the bottom. So here goes the whole topper.
One more thing. Was it what we expected?
We had a lot of trouble, like a lot. We thought it was really easy. It took us really longer time than what we thought we would finish it in. We had to learn throughout. We had to remove and put it back in another one.
So we started off initially with a t-shirt. We started doing all the chips on her, on the ground. It didn't quite work properly. Then we put it on the mannequin
with the t-shirt on. We only almost did half of it. Then we realized we can't take it out because we need like a top that would just open up and close.
And we couldn't pull it down.
Pull it down the mannequin.
Yeah, it was literally stuck to the mannequin's body. and we're like, oh crap, that's not a good idea. So then we were thinking about, hey, why don't you be the mannequin, and I start hot gluing it. Obviously have something underneath the shirt so it doesn't go through to the skin. Then we're like, you know what?
So we had to just break down the whole. So we had the whole chip up and we had to break it down all by pieces. That ruined some of the chips.
When you break it down, there's residues left on the chips that were like, oh crap. And some of the chips we couldn't break it because they were so hardened by the super glue. And then we finally came up with, let's use a...
So for the final product I used a corset, which I already owned, and then I don't really use it. I think it was a gift through my bridal shower, I'm not sure. So I had it. I'm like, let's use the corset because that way I can put it on the mannequin. We can glue the chips together how we want it to be.
And the back piece opens up.
So the back, the tying part for the corset, and it opens up. So we cover the front and the back so we can open it so I can just go into it like this. So like he'll have it up and I'll just go into it like walking into a dress. So that's where we came across, since I already owned a corset, so we had to crush it down in 2 to 3 days. It took us a really long time to do the chip because we didn't want to see any of the material of the corset, white. So we wanted to put through a cover up. It took a long, and then getting that in between the curvature and the upper part, it was just really hard.
The upper part, it's a little bit revealing, so we try to put as many chips as we can. And then also I kind of wanted the sleeve, but we ran out of poker chips, so we're like, okay, you know what, we'll just do the straps. And then
with the corset, right, we were going to put another t-shirt, cut off a tee from another top and just kind of put it in. Then we didn't, again, half the chips were ruined, right? If we had that chips, I think we would have made the sleeve.
And so we went around, we hit the 200 chips, the red chips that came in the poker set, and we also used 200 extra chips that we got from Amazon. And then we were running out of chips, and then by the time we realized we need more, we're like, you know what, that's we're not gonna get it in time, even with the 1 day shipping.
And we also lost about like 20-15 chips that we couldn't rip off, so it was kind of stuck.
So do you want to grab it and show them?
Yeah.
So she'll grab the chips and then she'll show you what the left residue is, and then this is the pieces that were kind of like left, and they're super stuck together.
See, some of them is like even broke off to that. So like we started off sticking to that. So again, we have some of these, we couldn't even break it off. And then again, if we had the sleeve and we could have made it to the sleeve, at least it was a little bit shorter sleeve rather than a strap. I think that was our point. But it's okay, you know what? We never had this before. And for me, this is the first time I'm actually dealing with the hot glue gun. I never used anything before. Usually I had family or someone else do that. So this was us time, like, getting burned and getting through that and pulling it out. It was really the top, I think. For my top, we took the most time. I think we put more effort and learned. I think it took us a lot more days than what we thought. Again, we only put a couple hours a day, so we didn't do the whole day spending. So again, that took, But yeah, let's reveal. So here is the masterpiece. This is a corset we used as a background so we get the shape out of it. Again, we started from the back. I'll show you guys. We started from the back. This is the lacy part that we were talking about. It's just easier to take it out and put it back in. We started off with the back. And again, you can see like we went overlaid because we didn't want to see the wider part of it. We left this part on because when we're tightening it, we don't want the chips to come off. So that was the reason we left that part on. And the top, I think you see, I don't know if you guys can see, this is the poker chips that came with the poker set, and this is the other 200 chips we bought separately. There's a little bit slightly color different. This is more like a red, this is more like a burgundy tone to the red, so it's not the same red. That's why we used it for the front, just so that it doesn't look clashy, so it doesn't look funny with the different colors. And we started off with the just do layers by this. And the good thing about the Mannequin was like that we were able to do the curvature of it throughout the whole body, so it kind of fits in. Since I'm like the similar size as a Mannequin, I think that worked out well for our advantage, and we were really happy about it. So that was it. And some of the gap, we noticed that during the poker, when we were putting it in, we weren't able to cover all of it because there were some little gaps. So that's why you see little chips that are overlapping some of this part. And it's not coming out. The super glue was so well, but even some of the cider part, you can see the little gaps. It didn't really make a difference because overall, when you look at it from the top, it's still covering like this part. I feel like we could have done better, but again, this is our first time, but we're still happy about all of this part. And for the top strap, so the corset, it was starting off from here. I think the corset overall I don't think it was a perfect fit as well. It was a little bit loose for my body. So when I put it on, it was like too deep. So I had to cover some of that. So we used a lot of chips to lay over just to get a like nicer deep V over here. And we were still seeing the lacy part up here, which I didn't really like. And then we ended up using more chips, which from the previous one, when we broke off, we were able to clear off some of them, which we used that right here part just to get that. And then we only used up to strap here. I think if we did have a little bit more chips, I would have done all the way up here and maybe a little bit at the back. And that's the bottom, and that's the top, sorry. And up to the top, so like I mentioned, we were going to do a necklace dies. So this is a necklace. So we got the dies from Amazon. I'll link the links before. See, we pretty much drilled the hole through the dies, and it wasn't that bad. It was pretty easy. We used it, and I had a black string already, so I made that into a necklace, and then we put it on the Mannequin.
So one thing we noticed when we were drilling it, we try to use a clamp. You can get one of these clamps that are from Home Depots that are on the table, where you basically put the clamp on and then you can screw it in to hold the die. We didn't find that useful. We actually got the hand clamp. That again wasn't useful, so we just used a normal wrench kind of like thing, and she was holding it.
I was holding it. And don't forget, during that we had a wooden cutting board, which I don't really use. It was pretty old, so I used that at the bottom just to drill it, make the hole through.
Yeah, just don't do it on your hardwood because it will obviously go through the die and then hit your hardwood.
It was pretty fast. It'll just go through right in.
So we had actually the
cutting board at the bottom.
Basically would take it, and then the thread, and then
the string I already had from before, like just like a black, just a thread I had. And we were gonna go for like a little longer, then we realized like I'm very smaller, so like we were going for a little bit choker, but not too choker. That's what like the length, we met it to that. And for the crown, I really wanted to do like a tiara, like a bigger crown. Then we really thought that's going to be clashing with the poker, the top and the skirt, because the skirt is full deck of cards and the top is chips, and I don't want to be overdoing it because I want my main focus on the top and the bottom, mostly the top, right? And the necklace. So I had the hairband, which was from the Dollar Tree. I think I got 3 for $1, and we just had the 3 cards. So I have the Queen of Hearts, Queen of Spades, and Queen of Clover. So I have all 3 cards, and we just cut it and we'll just stuck it with the hot glue gun.
The reason why Queen of Hearts is in the middle is because she is going to be the Queen of Hearts, and then we used the Queen of Spades and Queen of Clovers right behind her, so it didn't seem like it's colliding colors, whereas Queen of Hearts, Queen of Diamonds, and the Spade, it looked a little off.
And then so if I were to wear it, it'll be like this. That was the whole thing. We wanted to focus more on the thing and more. That was my top. So that was overall, and then I didn't put the skirt on because when I were to put the skirt on, we need to staple and take it out. But when I am going to wear it, I'll have that on. So when I'm putting the top overall, I think we realized we need to put the skirt on because the corset overall, it was a little bit longer, because skirt I measured up to here, but the corset comes all the way here. So I'm going to be wearing the skirt first and then putting this on top, so it kind of goes under, so it's not like too flaring out or something. It's not too awkward right around this part and it's falling off. So that was my overall costume, and you guys will be seeing the final look on me. is my final look of the DIY project we did. I think it turned out pretty nice. For my part, I really like it. For the effort we put in, I think the top is fitted and the bottom looks nice, but I want a little bit more flurry, but this is how it is. The necklace brings out the overall outfit, and I paired it with the red shoes I already owned, like a maroon. I wasn't sure what I didn't want to go for black, it'll be just like blah, because I did have the gloves. I think the glove is putting a nice touch to it just to bring down the overall outfit, because originally I expected the top to be a little bit shorter, but it looks longer. But I think for the first time DIY project, I think that we did pretty good on my top. And
Tell us what you guys think about this. Obviously says is a lot better.
yeah, comment below and let me know what your thoughts are. Enjoyed this DIY project coming along with us. Thank you so much, we really appreciate it. And I will be putting the description with all the money we spend on and how much it costs us overall. I'll be putting the description below, and I'll also try to do it at the end of the video as well, just to see the overall spreadsheet, the cost to do both of our project.
And then I'll be putting this in the trash.
We'll be recycling most of the cards.
Yeah.
And stay tuned for more adventures with Arthi's life.